Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
So this is our how to play and playthrough of the Goonies, Never
Ooh.
Say Die. Now this is by Prospero Hall, and we have a lot of their games.
Oh, okay.
So when you get this game, it can be intimidating when you see all the pieces that are in it. So that's one reason why we're doing a how to play, and I'm showing all the pieces you don't need for this dungeon crawl game, essentially. There's 9 scenarios. 3 of them are based on the movie, and then 6 of them are what if they go basically back into the cave where they chase down the boat. We haven't played them yet, so it does continue it. So you're going to see a lot of pieces that are not in the movie, such as undead skeletons and things like that. So let's take a look at what you're not playing with.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I'm being the Goondock game master, basically the GM, the Goondock master. So my job is to prevent Julie, who's playing 2
I'm playing
Goonies.
Mikey and Chunk.
Right, so you have to play at least with 2 Goonies, and this can play up to 5 players. So she has to play at least 2. And we're not playing, as you're going to see with the rest of the pieces here, we're not playing with Data or Mouth. And the reason for that is because they come up with their own separate decks, and it could be kind of intimidating for one person to play those characters when you got to worry about decks and then the items and treasure you're going to get. So you'll see here that these are for a different scenario. I think the third one. One-Eyed Willie, Peril, One-Eyed Willie, and these undead things right here. It's going to probably be, again, we haven't played the last 6. It'll probably be in the last 6. Legendary treasures can be found in these first 3. Probably Peril, Giant Octopus will come up, the Riddle, and you'll see here's One-Eyed Willie, but what is this game called again?
I don't remember, sweetie.
I forgot the name of the game. But here's the octopus, and here is, what's his name again? Sloth.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they have cards that we're not playing with. The Fratelli gang, I think they're called.
I think so.
Yes.
Yes.
So so all this right here, we're not playing with. So somebody, when they punch out all the pieces, will be like, "Oh my gosh!" Okay, but we are gonna. There is situations that can happen where a room can get flooded, a Goonie can get trapped or stunned. You have to keep track of health of the enemies, and then you have wish tokens, which can be spent to modify rolls. And here are the dice to roll. And then you'll see on my camera here, how do I win as the Goondock master? Well, if I can get all 4 of these sand timers to move down to here, to fill it up. So basically one would come down to here, and I'd flip it over like that.
Right.
Okay. It's weird how it starts upside down.
It really is.
I guess it's just to remind you that you're going to be, you know,
Running out of time.
yeah, running out of time. You'll have different entrances. This is an entrance that's just as you see right here. You set up the first room in the scenario booklet. Here's the start. It has a pirate chest here. You'll see Mikey and Chunk is here. And you show a question mark. So the map is revealed as it's played. This is an entrance which you got to pass a dexterity test to get through it. It's a log. It's a log you got to crawl over.
Yeah.
This is a secret passage. Here are boulders that can block things. You got to use a strength test to remove them. You could also have a trap. Remember, Mikey almost died on that, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's dexterity to get out of that or to avoid it, I think. We haven't encountered that yet.
No.
And then you have bones, which you use search feature. See the search symbol there? Here is a pirate chest. Here are more pin tokens because you can go into a room that has multiple exits out. So my job as the Goondock master is that when they move into a room, for instance, when they move into this room, there could be 3 exits out of here. And then I'd put question marks in all 3 of these spots. Here are GM tokens, which I'll use to manipulate dice, whereas Julie will be using the wish tokens. She's played the first scenario, so she knows that she has to find a certain legendary object, and a certain room will appear. This is the wishing well that will come up. Okay, but you'd have that off to the side. And why do I have 2 GM cards here? Well, you draw 2 GM cards for every Goonie in the game. This is what I'll start with. And Julie, she gets to know how many cards I have, but she doesn't get to see them. She also gets to know how many GM tokens I have, because, again, I can use those to manipulate things. All right, so that's setup. Now, where do you get those setup instructions? Well, it's in 2 places. Now, this is, and I am impressed with the references that they have in this game. They have really good reference cards for the Goonie players, you know, front and back here, all right? They have a really great Dungeon Master screen here with all these things
Oh yeah.
to help you keep track. I mean, that's just well done. Oh, by the way, I have the only monsters that are going to come up in this first scenario that I know of. I don't know about the second and third one yet. You have rats, giant rats, and bat swarms. And this is what they're going to roll to attack, okay, which is a strength test. But anyways, in terms of setup, how do you find the setup? Well, here it goes over all the pieces. So you got to remember this right here. How many, for each Goonie in the game, draw 1 GM card and take 1 GM token. So that's buried there because you really are not going to refer to this after you've played your first game. But you got to remember that when you play your first scenario, which will be right here, it doesn't remind you of that. So that's one thing I had to remember is aren't I supposed to get cards and tokens? So you kind of have to look in 2 places. It would have been better if they reference it right here.
Yeah.
So when you're the Goondock Master, you're going to look right here. What do you start with? Adventure GM cards. So you'll see that there's a whole deck right here of cards that Fratelli.
I can't see.
Yeah, Fratelli.
Fratellis?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, the Fratelli. So
Fratellis.
Fratellis would take.
Yeah. So in one scenario, we're going to be I'm sure, taking these cards. You'll see this is what tells you that these are adventure GM cards. Okay. And for this first scenario, we're not playing with any of them.
No.
So these will get mixed in
For the next time.
with the GM deck, which is right here. So you got to have an item deck and a treasure deck off to the side here. I'm wearing my Fidatus shirt because I thought Fidatus would help me out in being a Goondock Master. And if you don't know who Fidatus is, just look him up. You'll find out why he's an internet meme. Okay. And being a musician, we find him kind of funny.
No, excuse me. I don't. I find him extremely annoying. He finds him funny.
A little tangent here. I think he's doing it to see how many hits he'll get on purpose. All right.
Again, I still don't
So
like
anyway, back to this. Special components. I have the Moss Garden Wishing Well, which you see right here, and then, as I pointed out, there's a whole bunch of other ones right here that you're not using. There's like 3 other ones that come up. Like, for instance, there's one here that shows the ship.
Oh, cool.
Okay, that comes up because you see here on the main board, this is all generic caves. One of those, the ship's going to go somewhere eventually. Okay, from the movie. All right, so back to here on setup. I need to find the Copper Bones Legendary Treasure card, which I have right here. Now, Julie didn't know that the first time we were playing that she was going to find it. But if you know the movie, you know you find it on the body. Okay, and then as here is the all starts here. So the first time you play this will be red, and then you'll see that every room is numbered here. Now I had to figure this out. So here's a 1. Okay, you can barely see it. Okay, now Julie's not supposed to be looking at this.
Okay, I won't look.
So I'll be revealing these as she goes along because there's secret passages here. And if it has a bigger number with an exclamation, that means it goes here with text right here. So at the very top, it tells you what the Goonies starting goal is and what the GM objective is. And then here's their numbers here. And anything in red, you'll read to the Goonies. If there's anything in green, it's something that only will be revealed if a certain condition happens, like if a really good search happens, if they roll a lot of successes, something special will happen. And then black text is I need to tell Julie about that when it's appropriate. And so there's actually 2 ways to win here. So if the Goonies win, you read the text. But if the Goonies lose, you can continue on to the next scenario, all right, if they want to and not replay it. But the GM will take 1 extra GM card and token during the Adventure 2 setup. So, for instance, if Julie loses this, I'll have 3 GM cards and 3 GM tokens. All right, so that's a lot of setup there. let's go over some basics on how to play. So everything is going to revolve around using dice. And you'll see that there are strength actions, dexterity, and search. And so when you get a success, you can get up to 2 successes here, or 1 success,
or no success,
or a blank, where nothing good or bad happens, or a skull, which means I get a GM token. So it doesn't matter if I roll, there's a Goondock Master, if I roll skulls, or if Julie rolls skulls as the Goonie, I will get more GM tokens.
Not good.
Which is not good. So if a character is up to green, that's the maximum, because the blue doesn't have as many successes, and of course the red doesn't either. So in fact, on red here, you can't even get doubles. Mm-mm. There's only a 50% chance that you're going to get 1 success, and then a 1 in 6 chance you're going to get a skull, and then there's 2 blanks. So half the time you won't get anything good, and half the time you get something good. So you want to upgrade your dice. So how do you do that? If you're in red or blue, well, you got to spend wish tokens. So if Julie has to do a strength test to fight off rats and bats in this first scenario, she may want to spend 2 wish tokens to upgrade those red dice to blue dice. So she'd have to spend them. Now she'll get a new wish token every turn, so she'll get them back, or there could be items she finds that helps them get them back, and then she'll roll them. And every success she does will cause damage. So for instance, if she's facing the giant rat, and if she rolls these after spending 2 wish tokens, because she upgraded her dice, she got 3 successes, so I'd put a 3 on that rat, and it would be on the board, because it would be this token right here. Okay, and then she would have 2 actions normally. So she could attack again, but she might not want to spend her wish tokens, so maybe she'll roll these, and the rat's still alive. But then Chunk could come in and help. In fact, Chunk could have helped on that roll. Mm-hmm. Because you can do what's called teamwork if the Goonies are in the same room. Yep. So you can only roll a maximum of 3 dice. So if Chunk wanted to help Mikey, he can spend a wish token and give Mikey a blue strength die. That die cannot be improved. So if Chunk helps Mikey, Mikey would have this normally. Chunk spends a wish token to give Mikey 1 die, and they have to be in the same room, and then Mikey could upgrade those dice if he wanted to 2 blue, and then Mikey would have 3 dice to roll, just for that action. All right, and so you could do the same thing with dexterity to overcome obstacles, and searching is a big part of the game, because you're going to see here that they're going to want to search this treasure chest here to find things. In fact, to get past this scenario, let's talk about the objective right now, before we talk about the actions you can take.
Before you say anything, I was reading this, the teamwork, the token can be given to a Goonie in your room or a connected passage.
Oh, so even an adjacent room?
So it says, or a connected passage, in your room or a connected passage.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, let's take a look at the starting goal. Find your way through the caves in search of legendary treasure and see if you can get your wish. So I will reveal as the Goondock's master when that will happen. There'll be certain rooms that I will let Julie know as to when that will occur. Now for me, I basically have to get all sand tokens at the bottom of the hourglass at the beginning of my turn. All right, so...
There's your rat back, sir.
Oh, I got my rat.
Yeah, I don't want him.
Okay, so let's take a look at the Goonies round here. All the things that the Goonies can do. All right, so at the start of the round, so again, they have great reference cards. Each Goonie gains a wish token and flips their placard face up. Now, you're supposed to flip your character card over, but if you're going to be doing teamwork, you would want to keep it face up. So you could rotate it in a game with more players, but we'll remember with Julie which one she's used and not used. Okay, so the Goonies take turns in any order, so that's important to remember, because sometimes you're going to want Chunk to go first because he has more strength, or Mikey to go first because he has better search. On your turn, take up to 2 actions and use any number of items and treasure cards, then flip your placard face down. So items, you can have as many items as you find, but you only have up to 2 treasure cards. But that does not include legendary treasure. So that's one of those little rules you got to remember. that each character can only have 2 treasure cards, but they can have as many legendary treasure cards with those treasure cards. All right, so what are the actions you can do? Well, you can move into an adjacent room. You can search a token in the room, either the bones or a pirate chest or maybe something special. You can attack a foe in your room. You can rest to gain a wish token. So that's if you're low on wish tokens, you can rest if you have nothing better to do. But here's the thing, you cannot have more wish tokens than your starting number at the end of your turn. So you can gain a whole bunch. So Julie can get more than 4 during her turn, but at the end of her turn, she's going to have to discard down to 4, which means then at the beginning of her turn, she won't get that wish token, that +1 wish token. Oh, actually, you will, because it's at the beginning of your turn. You will start out with 5, but if she doesn't spend them, that 5th one would go down to 4.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm glad I mentioned that. That's true. You can go above. Okay. Treasure action, as listed on the one of your treasure cards. Adventure action, that means that you're going to do something in the room that you need to do to overcome something like remove rubble tokens, escape from being trapped, or take a special action. And then it shows you how you can use wish tokens. I've already explained how you can upgrade dice to overcome things. Teamwork, spend a wish token to give 1 die to a Goonie doing a check in your room or a connected passage. So a passage, so this is a passage. So so I was partially right. If Mikey's over here in another room, that's not a passage. But if Mikey's in the passage,
Yeah.
then a chunk could help.
Right.
Okay. So now Mikey has a special power where he can do teamwork from an adjacent room.
Yes.
But we'll get to that in a minute. All right. So you can see that this game can be very intimidating. It's for those of you who have played Dungeon Crawlers. It's actually the rule book is well done. It just takes a little time to get through all the components. Like I said, can be intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so at the end of the round, you can defend. Also, this is another thing that you forgot to do at times. You can spend wish tokens to avoid taking damage. Now I'll explain what happens when a Goonie takes too much damage. You can't die in this game.
No, which is great.
Yes, you shouldn't, because this is a children's movie.
Yeah.
Goonies in the same room may give any number of items and treasure cards to each other at the end of the round. So let's say Julie has 3 treasure cards, one character, she can give one of those treasure cards to another a Goonie. And then all Goonies must discard down to 2 treasure cards and their wish token maximum as shown on their character card. Now it says placard. I like saying that instead. All right, so let's take a look again at what happens with damage. So if Mikey takes 6 damage, the hourglass, so if I'm able to damage him that much, the hourglass will go down 1 right there, and then he will get at the end of my round, the Goon Doc Master round, he will heal back up to 6. So what I'm trying to do as the Goon Doc Master is do damage to slow him down, to make him lose, because there's only 4 sand timers basically, and by damaging them completely, either character, he'll lose a sand counter. And another thing I can do is end is nigh. So certain cards here, as you'll see on my cards, you'll see that I can only have up to 5 of these at the end of the round. So now I'm going over what I can do. So you can see, like I said, it's easy. You're going to see it's actually quite an easy game. So this is something I do on my turn, and what I can do, I can spend the card on the bottom to react to something. And you'll see that there's an end is nigh card, and I'll find it here. Let's see here. Hang on, I'm trying to find one. Okay, here we go. So on the GM turn, the Goonies has no wish tokens, do an end is nigh roll. Or I can spend 2 GM tokens to do an end is nigh roll. So when you look at the chart here, what does that mean? I will roll 3 dice, 3 And if I get, and I can spend my tokens to improve it to a blue or green. So this is why, I want to have as many of these as possible. And if you roll 2 or more successes, move 1 sand token. So it's one way for Julie to run out of time, is if I damage her a character completely, or I take those in as nigh roll. So what do I do on my round? I gain a GM token, just like the Goonies gain 1 wish token. I activate foes. So in this scenario, it would be bats and rats. Draw 1 GM card, and then I can play 1 GM card optional. Now, if I want to draw an additional GM card, I can spend a token. I can spend as many tokens and draw as many cards as I want. I could also play more than 1, but I got to spend tokens to do that for each card. And then I discard down the 5 GM cards. And so I can also spend GM tokens to improve dice of foes. And then here is different things that can happen that we'll go over when they happen in the game. And it has a nice reference here for me to look at for the Goonies round and what they can do. And then there's that. All right. So, woo!
That was a long explanation, honey.
Long explanation.
Good job.
But it made me think of one thing.
What's that?
When you move into a passage, is that 1 movement point?
You want action?
See here. Okay, when taking move action, move to an adjacent room.
Right.
The rooms connected by a passage are adjacent unless a passage is blocked. All right, so it's interesting. I guess they're being clear on that teamwork part, that if you're in here removing rubble, that you can help them do that. So, or maybe something comes up later where somebody they have to move into passages, but you basically move like this. That's 1 movement.
Right.
So I'm curious as to why it would be so specific to say that when you can provide teamwork when someone's in a passage. Does that make sense?
Right. But Mikey can do it. He doesn't have to be in the same room to give teamwork.
All right, so go over your abilities real quick as I shuffle the deck.
For
here.
Mikey, he does not need to be in the same room to give teamwork. And whenever Mikey rolls a GM symbol, he gains a wish token, which is nice. And then for Mr. Chunk here, whenever Chunk spends a wish token to upgrade a die, he can upgrade 2 dice instead. So you only need 1 wish token for that. And if Chunk is given teamwork when taking an attack action, he may divide any damage dealt between any foes in his room.
Right, so if you have a weaker foe. Now there's 1 card we probably have to go over here. So the 3 teenagers you see are not, we don't have character cards for them or miniatures. They're simulated here by these cards. So once Julie can use Andy to do, what's that,
flip face down to add any green die to a dexterity check.
Okay, Steph is what kind of check?
Flip down for a search check, and Brand, you flip for a strength check.
All right, so if I, again, this is one of those rules you got to remember. If I move a sand timer down, Julie gets to flip over 1 of these cards. So Julie has to remember to spend these, because when we played this before,
I kind of forgot.
She didn't spend any of them, so she didn't get the advantage of flipping 1 back over. So it's to her advantage to spend it.
Yes.
In order to get the advantage to flipping it back.
Yep.
All right, so here I take the adventure.
You ready to start?
I'm going to read it to you. So it all starts here. Okay. Maybe your last weekend together. This time next week, bulldozers will be flattening the goondocks to make way for Mr. Perkins' new country club. Unless, by some miracle, you can save it. Rifling through Mr. Wash's private artifacts in the attic, you find an old treasure map and a doubloon with 3 curious holes in it. The map leads to One-Eyed Willie's treasure. Legend has it that Willie escaped a British armada after stealing treasure from the king. By the way, I looked up that there were definitely explorations on the West Coast, and there was some pirate activity, but not as much as the Caribbean. Because some people questioned, was this an anachronism in Goonies? Was there really that many pirates? But there was.
Okay.
Not like you see in the movies, of course, but he could have sailed around to escape. Anyway, back to the reading here.
Back to the reading.
All right. They finally caught up with him and trapped his ship, the Infernal, in a cave. His crew dug tunnels through caves and set booby traps to protect the treasure. Then Willie went treasure mad and killed his crew in fear that they would steal his loot. If Willie's rich stuff is still out there, maybe you can save the Goondocks.
Ooh.
Okay, actually, I'll read this right here so you can see what I'm reading. You follow the map to the coastline and discover the holes in the doubloon line up perfectly with the lighthouse, Haystack Rock and Lighthouse Lounge restaurant. The map is pointing toward the restaurant. Unfortunately, the Fratellis, the notorious crime family, have been using it all as their hideout. You arrive just as they are about to leave, so now is your chance to sneak in. The map and smell of ice cream guides you to the basement, where you happen upon a small entrance hidden in the fireplace that leads to the caves below. Quick! The Fratellis have returned. Scramble down the hole before they catch you. It all starts here. Now, one thing that I need to mention too is that I have what's called, it says here, what is my wandering foe? A bat swarm. So there'll be certain cards that I didn't do this to Julia the first game because I didn't want to be too tough on her. But this time, if I have GM cards that will generate wandering foes, the bat swarms will come up.
All right.
So now I read the introduction to the scenario. All right, so that's what I read there is the story for the whole game.
Okay.
Okay, introduction. Emerging from the tunnels beneath the lighthouse lounge, you get the sense that maybe the map really does lead to treasure. There's no time to waste. The Fratellis could catch up any minute. Make your way through the caves and see if the map really does lead to Willie's rich stuff.
Okay.
So look away, Julie. I'm going to show on the map here. So you see that in this first room here, there's no numbers with exclamations. So I don't have to do anything special here. All right. So the Goonies go first. And she's going to take a search act. Well, you get to decide what you want to do, honey. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I'm going to have Mikey search, actually.
Okay, she's going to do your first
Yep. And he uses
first action for
2
Mikey.
green die.
And you're not going to add anything in. You're just going to.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, boogers.
Okay. Thank you. You gave me 2. So you still have another action.
I'll do it again.
Now notice I put this out here for Julie to see how many I have. So now Julie's doing her second action.
There we go. I get
Okay.
3.
Oh, you know what though?
What? I get to do 2
don't
actions.
I don't think you had to do it again. Let me read you the rules for searching. All right. So the search action.
That's a bummer.
No, you can still, you'll get your action back.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is another rule to remember here. The pirate stash token was searched. The GM removes it from the game board. If a bone pile token was searched, the GM leaves it on the game board but flips it to its exclamation side. Bone piles showing exclamations cannot be searched. Okay, so when you search check, no matter what they roll, they draw 1 item card. If they roll 2 or more successes, they also draw 1 treasure card. Now, for this scenario, it's important for Julie to know that if she rolls 3 or more successes, there's some rooms that you can find a secret stuff.
Ooh.
Okay, but here's the nice thing about the game. The secret stuff that you need to complete the scenario doesn't depend on rolls. If you advance the game, you will find what you need to advance the game. But if you don't roll well enough, you might miss out on some extras that you don't need to win the game. All right,
Okay.
so that's important to remember. So I'm glad that you actually rolled that, because when you rolled the 2 skulls, you did find an item. You just didn't get anything special.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, so
Okay.
let's see what item you found. So what I do here is I draw from the deck here. The chest, the pirate treasure goes away. And what Julie gets?
My wish. Discard to gain 2 wish tokens. So I don't need that yet.
Right. Now you still have 1 more action.
I'll move.
Okay, so you're going to go into the room. All right, so as a GM, I reveal it now.
Okay.
And I build out the room.
What is it?
It is, you see a dragon.
Oh, boy.
No, what are you talking about? There won't be no
There are
dragons.
no dragons in
I
this
know.
movie.
Okay, so I have to put an entrance right here. And there are bats in here.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it like this so you can see them on
All
the
right.
camera. There is a pirate chest. And I put a hidden token right here because you don't know what's in that room.
Okay.
So Mikey is done. Oh, I got to read room 2. Oh, here we go. So if you want to see how, see how there's a 2 here, right? I set up the room. And don't look, honey. You see how I didn't put this here? Because there's special information for the GM. So 2. You enter the remnants of an old mining shaft. The large chamber is filled with green tinged copper and rusting steel pipes. Now there's a special note here for me. As you can see on the screen, I don't read this unless Julie does something. But I'll keep it up here for a little bit if you want to read it on camera. Okay, so back to the game. You still have Chunk.
Okay, Chunk's going to go in there.
Okay, so use 1 action to move in.
And then he's going to fight the...
So the bats, just so you know how they
Bats.
work, because we only have 2 foes in this scenario. Bats may take another move action instead of attacking. And so if you want to know how monsters do their thing, where is the monster part here? Activating a foe, right here. All foes take a move action. All foes may take an attack action. If there are multiple Goonies in the room, each foe must attack a different Goonie if possible. Okay. So.
How many does it take to make those bats?
Oh,
die?
they have 3. You can see right here it's a 3. Oh,
Okay.
you can't really see.
No, I can't see.
Okay. They take 3 hits.
All right.
But it's also on the card here, which I'll put right here.
Well, I'm going to... Chunk's going to use one of his wishes and upgrade his die from blue to green.
Yep, because you can upgrade both dice. Now, do you want to have Mikey help? Even though his turn's over, you can help.
What
By
does
the way,
he have? A
just
red?
so you know, hopefully I'm playing that rule right, that the person who's already activated can still provide teamwork. I couldn't find that in the rules, though. Maybe I missed it. But Mikey's done all of his actions. I assume he can still provide teamwork.
No, I'm going to just do Chunk.
Okay. All right, roll.
All right, 2 hits
Well,
on him.
it survived.
Yeah, but at least I got 2 hits on him.
But if you would have had...
Yes, I know.
okay, you would have had him help. All right, so I put them here. All right, so your turn is done.
Yep.
And I'll just keep that off to the side. So on my turn, I draw a GM card. I get a... Oh, I don't draw the card yet. Hang on. Gotta do this in order here. I gain a GM token, and then I activate foes. So I have 5. And if I look at my cards here... Now, because I was busy doing things so much, I could have played this. I'm going to play this later, this react. So when Julie does this, I'm going to play this card. And you'll see how that can cause damage. I could play this after the foes go to add another foe. And then I could do this card if I want to. But I don't do that right away. I just want to know, I want you to know what I can do. So, because if you look at the turn order here, I gain my token, I activate foes, and then I draw a card, and then I can play cards. So, but I had to look at those because I might have had something, reaction there that I should have been looking at. All right, so let's go back to, so the foe is going to go. I have the rat swarm. I am not going to upgrade my dice.
It's a bat, not rat.
Oh, bat swarm, sorry. All right, so I'm going to attack Chunk. They all have 6
They both have 6
health.
Yeah.
Because I was going to pick out somebody who's weaker.
They're both the same.
Yeah, oh well. Darn.
Who are you going after?
I'll go after Mikey.
Okay.
Oh, I got another token.
And he takes a hit.
And he takes 1 hit. So I'm done with the rats. I draw a card.
Okay.
Let's see what I get here. Oh, I can be a jerk with it. Now I can play any... I can play 1 card now for free. And I can also spend tokens to draw even more cards. But I don't want to spend tokens for that. Instead, I'm going to keep my cards. Actually, I will play this card. I'm going to have the bats go again.
Okay.
All right, so
Sure.
the bat will attack Mikey again, and then I will upgrade both dice. I will make them blue.
Okay.
So I had to spend 2 tokens to do that, to upgrade from red to blue. I still have 4 tokens, and I hit 4 times. Wow, that's pretty nasty. So Mikey is down. He only has 1 life left.
Yep.
Remember, you don't die. It just, the sand timer goes down. All right, so I have done discard down to 5 cards. I only have 2 cards, so I'm done. So Mikey is really damaged. And so now Julie gets to go.
All right. Well, Chunk's going to take those.
Attack
Yeah. And he'll use Mikey.
to help. Well, it only has 1 hit
Oh, wait.
left.
I get to upgrade back to my 3 wishes.
Yeah, do that first.
All
Okay,
right.
so let me show what happened here. At the beginning of your turn, you get a wish. So even Mikey gets 1. He gets an additional wish.
Okay.
You're just going to have to discard down the
Right.
4 at the end.
Okay. Well, Chunk's going to use a wish and go after the bat swarm.
Okay, hang on just a second. I want to make sure of something. Okay. You're going after the bat swarm.
Yes. And I got him.
All right, 3 hits.
Knocked him out.
All right, so the bats are gone. All right, Chunk has another action left.
Okay. Chunk's going to search.
Now, don't you have an item token you can use?
No, not for Chunk. Mikey gets
Well,
to,
what does the card say?
Mikey gets to discard to gain 2 wish tokens.
Oh, it's just wish tokens. All right, so what is
Chunk's
gonna
gonna
search?
search.
And what's his search?
He's blue.
Okay, do you want to upgrade them?
No.
Do you want Mikey to help?
No.
He's got 5 wish tokens,
Fine. Mikey can help.
and he adds a green.
Yep.
So that's good to have him help. So you did a teamwork. All right, so this is good.
Yeah, you get a
Well, yeah.
Token.
I'll tell you why it's good. All right, so I get a token, but the first time we played, you did not find the secret door.
no.
You needed 3 search action to find the secret door here.
Oh, now I did.
So now, because you got 3, you always find an item,
Right.
and you get a treasure. Because you got 2 successes, and because you got 3 successes, you find a secret door. So I have to read that to you now.
Okay.
So let's go to the camera here and read that to you.
All right.
All right. So that's in room 2. And it says right here, if the Goonies roll 3 or more successes when searching, the pirate stash token places a secret passage connecting to room 4. A low creak of twisting metal echoes throughout the room. One of the pipes bursts, blasting a hole into a wall with a powerful jet of water. Look, a new cave.
Ooh.
All right, so let's take a look at what you got. So Julie, if she would have gotten 2 successes, she still would have gotten these, but she would not have found the secret passage.
All right. I have Hoard of Wishes, so I could discard to gain 6 wish tokens and divide them however I want among the Goonies in my room. And I have my Bubblegum. Discard to remove 1 damage from a Goonie in your room and gain a wish token. Well, I'm going to use this and save Mikey. I'm going to take discarded.
Okay, now, just real quick, before you do that,
Yeah.
you do get to do that. all
Okay.
right? But I'm going to do a reaction from your search.
Well, I just saved Mikey a little. What are you going to do now?
Okay, so I am going to do a react because I'm kind of forgetting that I have these things because I'm, managing the game here in the cameras. Okay, after Goonies take a search action, each Goonie in the room must pass a dexterity 2 check or take 2 damage.
All right.
All right, so now you can use your wish tokens to modify it. So let's do Mikey first. What's his dexterity?
Blue.
All right, do you want to spin wish tokens to make it
Yeah,
green?
he's going to upgrade to 1 green.
Only 1 green.
Actually, yeah, 1 green. Okay, here we go.
All right, so you needed 2 successes. So unfortunately, he got damaged. He's down to 6.
That means he's
So he's actually 6
Dead.
right now. And because you don't get your damage back until the end of my turn.
I have to do chunk as well,
No,
right?
hang on now, hang on. I have to do this. So because you got completely damaged, I moved the sand timer down. And if you would have spent one of these, you would have flipped it back up.
Oh,
Okay, now do chunk, because he might take 2 damage.
Well, Chunk's going to upgrade to blue.
Now, is it only on attack that he upgrades both dice?
Let's see. Whenever Chunk spends a wish token to upgrade a die.
Oh, okay. So cool.
And then I will use Andy.
Now you're going to use Andy.
Doesn't matter.
Wow. So you took 2 damage, and I got another token.
2 damage for... And doesn't the time thing go again?
No, because you're not down to 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now Mikey will get his health back at the
good.
end of my turn. All right. So
Well,
my
wait,
turn.
Mikey hasn't gone yet. That was all Chunk.
Okay. My mistake.
Well, Mikey will just go right here. Right here.
Into the secret passage?
Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to put an unknown there. Ooh. Okay. So he has 2 actions, right, Mikey?
Yeah.
He'll go 1, so he goes into the room.
Okay.
Now it's dangerous to move into a room when you don't have people to help you. So
He's going to
see
get
here.
his wish back anyway, so.
All right, let's see. There is a treasure in this room. Now,
Okay.
you didn't find this the first time we played it.
No.
All right, so I got to read this real quick here. Okay, when the Goonies with the copper... Oh, okay, wait. To room 8. Hang on. So you can skip ahead? Oh. I was reading the wrong scenario. All right. I'm going...
This is
they
going to
don't-
take longer than it should.
Of course, they don't have that yet. Oh, I'm reading the wrong page.
Oh,
Okay.
my goodness.
Okay, the cave is larger than it looked from the other side of the wall. Squinting in the dim light, you see a tunnel stretching ahead. All right, so it tells me to place a secret passage connecting to this room.
Okay.
So now we have 2 unknown rooms here. All right, so there's no bad guy in here.
Good.
Would you want to search?
Yeah. And he gets 2 green to search.
Okay. Do you want to add in a die?
Um,
Or are you just gonna?
No.
Okay. How many do you
3.
get?
3.
All right. Well, you get a treasure and an item. Remember, you always get an item. Is you need 2 successes to get a treasure. So there
Okay.
you go. And I removed the pirate treasure. Okay. What do you got there?
Firecrackers. Discard to stun a foe in your room, which will be good.
Okay. So I didn't explain what stunning does. That basically means that the foe or the Goonie loses their action
Right.
that turn.
And then the pirate tricorn. At the start of each Goonies round, gain an additional wish token, which will be good.
Yes. So
Okay, they're both done now.
let me move this over a little bit here. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter.
It's fine.
Okay.
Mr. Anal Retentive, it's fine.
Wow, that's so nice. So nice of you. All right, so I get a GM token.
I mean that with love.
And then I activate foes. There isn't any. I draw a GM card. Now I can spend tokens to get more GM cards. Let me see what I drew first. Okay. I could put that in there, and then put this, which would take a dexterity test. These move into a path. Okay, I could place rubble to slow them down. Now, why would I want to place rubble to slow them down? Because then it could give me a chance to generate more foes. Now, what does the pit token do if I do happen to play it? When a pit token is placed in a room with a Goonies, or a Goonie moves into a room with a pit token, they must pass a dexterity check or become trapped. If they're trapped, the Goonie may not give teamwork. While trapped, the only action the Goonies can take is an adventure action to use a dexterity 1 check. They have to get 1 success on a dexterity. If they pass, they escape. So in other words, I can slow them down with the pit trap and then try to generate more foes, or to try to get more end as nigh cards. So you know what? Since I have all these, I am going to draw another card. Okay. And let's see here. I can place a one. I'm going to play this card because I get to play a card now. Place a wandering foe in any explored room without a Goonie. So I'm playing that card, and my wandering foe, as you saw in the beginning of the adventure, because you didn't remember, is that I can place rats. I mean, not rats, bat swarms. All right, so this card will not be as useful. Any unexplored, did it say?
I don't know.
Any explored, yes.
Explored.
So I couldn't play that card if they were split up and this room wasn't revealed, so I have to place them there. All right, so I discard down the 5 cards, I only have 2. So that's it, it's your turn.
All right.
What are you going to do?
Chunk's going to move in with Mikey.
That's one action.
And then,
Second action, you can go into that unexplored room.
yeah.
All right, so you're revealing it.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm going to read it. So I have to set up the room. Remove the token. I place a pirate chest. I place a passage with a boulder on it, which means you're going to have to take an action to remove it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I place bones. So that's our first bones. And the reason why they separate bones from pirates, because pirate things, they're removed when you search. But bones, you get an exclamation. It tells you to do something when you search it. It's like a little reminder. Now here's a passage to this room. Right here, honey.
Okay.
To get back there. All right, so now I read the room. All right, so here we go. As you enter the cave, something catches your eye. It's a backpack. You bend down to pick it up, only to come face to skull with a skeleton crushed beneath a large boulder. All right, so on the Goonies' turn, you may flip up Brand to remove the rubble token on one passage connected to this room, if you want to do that.
Okay.
All right, so what are you going to do? Mikey hasn't moved yet.
Well, I need to gain a wish token for each of my Goonies.
Oh, you forgot to do that, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. And I will, I guess I could search.
Well, you got to put Mikey in there.
Well, isn't it still Chunk's turn?
Don't forget your pirate thing. What is that?
It's still
thing?
Chunk's turn.
Okay, no, Chunk moved in. He
Right.
Moved, okay, so look. He moved in. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. Yeah, you're right. So he moved in there.
Yeah.
He still has a turn, but you forgot to do your pirate treasure. What does
That's
it say?
for Mikey. At the start of each Goonies round, gain an additional wish token.
So do that right now.
But that's only for Mikey.
Okay, read it again. It says at the start of the Goonies
Of
round.
each Goonies round.
This is the start of the
All
round.
right, so he gets another token.
Right. So my point is,
Okay.
it doesn't matter if Mikey has it. You just got to remember to do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So Chunk's going to search. He'll search the bones. Why not? Be something different.
Okay. Well, you can have.
And
Remember,
then I'll have Mikey help.
because he can help from another room. So you spend his wish token.
And I just got one.
Okay. So this is an example in the game where it won't let you fail. All right, because this is where Julie's going to get the legendary item. So this is room 6 here. Okay, when a Goonie searches the bone pile token, after looking through the backpack, you find a wallet. It's Chester's copper pot. Around his neck is a skull-shaped key. The Goonies that search the bone pile token gains the Copper Bones legendary treasure card in addition to any item or treasure card drawn from the search action. So in other words, it didn't matter if Julie got 0 successes, 1, 2, or 3. She finds the legendary. Now that's good game design because you'd be stuck if you didn't get it. So let's see what it does. What does it do?
It says keep an eye out for secret places to use this.
Yeah, so at some point, and it's in the second scenario, she'll be able to use that.
Well, Adventures 1 and 2, it says.
Oh, okay.
All right, now Mikey's going to go. He's going to go in there.
All right, so he moves in.
And then he'll search.
Now you see how I flipped over the bones? All right, he goes in, and then he'll search.
And Mikey will add along with him.
Oh, by the way, you're healed now.
Oh, yeah.
Because it happened at the end of my turn.
All right, 2 bones and a skull.
All right, so you do get a treasure and a token.
Okay.
I mean, treasure and an item. So now you can have as many items as you need, but you can only have 2 treasures.
Well, I only have 2 treasures.
No, that's off camera. So you got.
Oh,
That's why I'm
excuse
moving it
me.
a certain way.
Okay.
See, this is what happens when you're type A. See.
This is why I'm type Z, because he's making me crazy. Okay, this one says Explorer's Rope. Discard to pass a dexterity check without rolling dice. That'll be really nice. And Merfolk Trident and Action. Roll a green die for each success. Deal 1 damage to each foe in your room. That's a good one, too.
Oh, so it hits everybody in the room. That's nice when there's a lot of foes.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so both my boys have gone.
All right. So go back to the map here. Here, this goes away. Now remember the objective. I'll read it again.
Okay.
Find a way through the caves in search of the legendary treasure. Well, you found that.
I found that.
But then you need also and see if you can get your wish. So there's some room that Julie hasn't discovered yet for her to get her wish. Gee, I wonder if it has anything to do with this tile in the movie.
Ooh.
All right, so.
Oh, wait, do I flip Brand back? Wait, Andy, do I flip him back over?
No, you don't, because you
Okay.
haven't lost any sand yet.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I get a token. Did I get a token already?
No, you did not.
Okay, I get a token. I activate foes. So instead of attacking, it says that bats can move a second time, so they're coming up on you.
Okay.
Okay, oh, I gotta put it like that so you can see it. And then, so that's all my foes. I draw a GM card. And place 3 rubble, I can do that. Okay, I'm going to spin a token and draw another card. I can spend as many tokens as I want. All right, good. I'm going to spend 2 GM tokens and do an end is nigh. So that's the card I'm going to play. Now I can spend other things to slow Julie down, which I might, but first I'm going to do the end is nigh.
Okay.
Okay. So I spend 2 tokens. I get to roll 3 red dice. I'm going to upgrade 2 of them to blue. No, I'm going to upgrade 1 of them to blue.
Okay.
And I need to get, how many successes again? I think 2. Let me just look again. 2 more successes. Okay. So, there I go. I'm trying to make you lose a sand timer. I did not. Wow. Julie's doing really well. All right, so I'm going to spend a token and play another card. That card was it was free to play the card, but I had to use 2 tokens to use a card. Now I'm playing a second card, I have to spend a token. Okay. You can use Annie to remove rubble, so there's no point in me placing rubble. Let's see here, you're in room 6. To remove all rubbles. Yeah, so there's nothing I can do, because you're going to be moving out of there. Just so you want to know, I have a flood card. Flooding, when a Goonies in a room with flooded token, they must spend 2 wish tokens instead of 1 to upgrade a die or give teamwork. Well, Julie's about ready to leave the room, so it doesn't matter. So my cards are not helpful right now because she's already done everything she's going to do. All right, well, I guess I'm done.
All right.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to have Mikey use his...
Well, aren't you going to use Brand to...
I can't. Oh, yeah, Brand, yeah.
Okay.
I'll have him move the...
Okay, so you're flipping them over.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he will remove the rubble, so that's good.
And then Mikey will move
Because
in.
it would have taken an action, and Julie would have to pass a strength test.
Right.
She would have to at least get 1 success. But, you know, Julie doesn't want to run out of time, so she's going to use it. So you go into here, right?
Yeah.
Is that the right place? Did I place that right? Oh, it's another room. So,
I think I need to text someone real quick.
No, I can't right now. I think I have the map a little upside down. So, I got a little confused here. These rooms are not lining up exactly like they're supposed to.
Oh.
Okay. This is supposed to be up here.
Oh.
So I'd have to rotate the whole board. So imagine this is all one room here. Yeah, I got confused. Okay. So.
That happens.
Yeah. I got a little confused. This is where we were supposed to start up there. So I have it upside down. I was supposed to start here and you're making your way up here like this. So that's okay. Oops. We're almost done. All right, so we're putting, look, the size of the rooms don't matter. It's what goes in the rooms that matter. So there are bats there and a pirate token in a pirate chest. And there is a passage to this room here. Okay?
Okay.
So this room actually is on the other end here, but I have it upside down. It's actually a lot bigger on the map here. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's just this room is smaller than it's supposed to be. All right, so you're in there. You have an attack.
All right, Mikey's going to fight. He's going to upgrade his... He's going to use 2 and upgrade his red to blue. And then he's going to also have Chunk.
Chunk's in the other room. He can't help.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Mikey's just going to roll 2 dice. And he gets 1 hit.
Okay.
Mikey's done. Then Chunk's going to go in there.
Okay, so let me mark it. So the rat got hit for 1. I mean, the bats.
Right. And then Chunk's going to go in there. First action, second action, he's going to... can you move Chunk into that room, please, with Mikey?
Okay.
Thank you.
Goes in here.
And then he's going to upgrade his blue die to 2 green die, and he's going to attack the...
Yeah, let me cost you 1.
Right. And he got him.
All right, so he's gone. So we
Yep.
got to move this over here so you can see your tokens.
Okay. All right, I got it, honey. I got it. There you go.
All right. All right, so you got the bat,
Uh-huh.
and you don't have any actions left, but the
No.
bat's gone.
Bat's gone, though.
All right, that's good.
So you can't
All right,
attack
so
us.
now I get a token,
Right?
and these bats going to move 2, but they don't get to attack.
Okay.
They are in the room now. And then I draw my card.
Okay.
See what I got. I could slow you down. But since this is a playthrough, I'm gonna spin a token to try to get a different card. See, I can play Wandering Foes. All right, I'm gonna play another Wandering Foe as my free card and place another bat swarm in there. So now there's 2 in there.
Okay. They can't see, baby.
Oh. So now there's 2 bat swarms in there.
All right.
So that's the only thing I'm doing. Well, you know what? I will place another token and play another card and do a cave-in. And I'm placing 3 rubbles on the any passage. That way you have to fight the bats.
Okay.
All right, so it's your turn. You have get your tokens, and remember, you get an additional token.
But I don't go up to 4. I just go...
You can go above it. So you get your free token for your Goonie action, for Goonie, and then you're going to use your
My
pirate. What's your pirate treasure?
At the start, I each gain an additional...
Yeah, so there you go. So Chunk can go over. It's just at the end you can't have more than 3.
Okay, well, Chunk's gonna... I guess he's gonna have to fight them. So he's gonna upgrade from his blue to green. And he got 1 of them,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it only takes 3 hits.
All right, and then he'll do it again.
Okay.
To upgrade again.
So you spent 2 another wish.
And he only has 1 hit that time.
That's okay, because now Mikey can go.
Yep, Mikey's gonna upgrade 2 of his red to blue.
Okay, so you spent 2 wishes.
And he got him.
All right, so you still have 1 more action.
He'll search.
Or do you just want to clear the rubble?
Yeah, he'll clear the rubble. He'll clear one there.
Yeah, because do you really need any more items?
No, he'll clear the rubble.
All right, well, you got to roll strength, so who can help you clear rubble? Anybody? A chunk can help if he spends a wish token.
Yeah, Chunk will do that.
Okay.
So it's a strength thing?
Yes. Your
So
hand's blocking the cards.
2 red and a blue.
So there's 3 rubbles there, so you need to get 3 successes.
And I got 2.
All right, so at least you got most of them.
Yeah.
So you actually use your actions very well.
Thank
it's just
you.
you weren't going to move anyway.
Right.
So all I did was slow you down a little bit. All right, so I get a token. There's no foes because you got rid of them. I draw. I will play this.
Okay.
Well, not yet. I'm going to... I will draw another card. I'm going to try to get it in his nigh. Let's see here. I will play this card and get 3 more cards. So I'm going to be over my max. I'm going to have to discard down to 3. I mean to 5. Let's see here. Wow. Okay. So I will play this card with the with a GM token because I had to play a second card. I have to spin a token.
Okay.
And on my turn, I'm going to discard stuff.
You're on the wrong camera, honey.
I'm going to discard Abrupt Cave-In. Discard that. Sink on. Okay. I can only have 5. I'll get rid of Flash Flood. Okay. So I'm down to 5 cards. All right. So it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to do my...
So I played more rubble. Basically you're getting 2
back
tokens each.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to have to use... Mike Chunk will go first with his strength. He'll upgrade to 2 green. And he's going to remove rubble. He did it.
How many?
3.
You get 3? Well, there's still 1 left.
All right, well, he'll
That's
do it
why
again.
you should be using teamwork.
He'll do it again. He'll have Mikey help with 1.
Well, do you really need to do teamwork now?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's why you wanted to use it on the first roll.
All right. Did it again. I got 3.
Okay. All right, so you can move in there now with Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey will move in.
Okay. So although I have this upside down, this goes right here. It was supposed to go up here. Okay. So you moved in there, and I want to read it to you.
Okay.
I should have had a question mark there. I forgot to place it. All right, so now we move into the... which room is this here? Let's see. 8. Oh. First thing I do is I put 2 rats in there. And I did forget to do something, but we're not going to go back to it. I was supposed to put 2 bats in there.
Ah.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
That's okay. The game was a little easier for you. Let's take a look at what I'm reading to you.
Okay.
At your step through a beautiful waterfall, the shimmer of hundreds, perhaps thousands of coins lights up the cave. Is this Willie's treasure or just a giant piggy bank? Could it have been that easy? No. This is just old Moss Garden wishing well, filled with nothing but dimes and quarters. Feeling defeated, you want to take your wishes back and just go home. Okay, so if no foes are in the Moss Garden wishing well, a Goonie may take an adventure action, so you take an action, and you got to pass a search 2 check. If you do, they find their wish and place the wish token from the supply underneath their figure. And if you have a My Wish item card,
I do.
you could discard it to find a wish. But there is 2 rats in there, so you got to get rid of them first before you can take that action.
All right.
Okay. So Mikey removed the boulder, right? And moved in.
Yeah, I think so.
No, that was
No,
Chunk.
moved all that.
Now so he has 1 attack.
All right.
And
Well, he'll upgrade.
rats have a strength of 4.
He'll upgrade to 2.
Just so you know, those rats have a strength of 4.
All right, he's going to upgrade 2 red to 2 blue.
Okay.
You got 2.
Okay, 2 hits. You know, you could use. Who can help you do attacks? Anybody?
Nope. They're all flipped over.
All right. So here's the rats. This one's hurt. Okay, we'll put this up here to remind us. All right, so it's my turn. I take a card, and then I do the foe's action so that I get 2 red each. It's going to attack. Mikey has no damage on him, so I'm not going to be able to do much. I need to save my tokens in case I get it in his 9 when I draw. All right, so here I go. 2 hits. The other rat attacks you.
Is that Mikey?
Yeah, she said 2 hits.
Okay.
So you're not, you're going to get through. All right, so then now I draw a card. Okay, this is why I Bone Chilling Cackle. Each Goonie must discard a wish token. After Goonies, if I play it. I'm going to have to spend a token to get another card. Bummer. I'm not getting what I want. All right, I got to discard 2.
Okay.
And so I'm done.
All right. Well,
Oops.
Chunks.
I just dropped a card.
Oh.
Let me get it real quick.
Okay, dokie, Smokey. Got it okay?
Yeah, hang on.
All right.
Ah,
You okay?
yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to have Chunk move in.
Oh.
Oh, wait. First, I have to get all my gold back.
Well, not your gold, your wish
My
token.
wishes. Okay.
So remember, you get 2
I know.
because of that item.
All right. So
No, wait, how much did he have?
he had 2 left, but they always get 1.
Okay.
to
Because
start.
I saw you put 5 and you took 1 away. All right, you're
Okay.
fine.
Actually, Mikey will go.
So Mikey's going to go first?
Yeah. He's going to upgrade.
But he's the better one
All
to
right,
attack.
send Chunk in. He's going to
Okay.
upgrade his blue to green.
And then Mikey can help him.
Mikey's going to use one of his red. Okay, here we go. We got 2 hits. We kill one of those
Okay,
rats
so
and
he's
hit,
done. Now
and then
Mikey
hit another
goes.
one.
So 1 rat's gone.
And now Mikey's going to upgrade his 2 red to 2 blues.
And you could go to green if you really want to.
Yeah, he'll upgrade 1 more. Okay, here we go. Good, he killed him.
No, it's 2 hits.
But he had 1 extra hit. Chunk had 2 hits. The rat had 3 on him.
All right, you forgot that there was already a rat with 2 hits on it.
I know, and he got 2 hits. So wouldn't
Okay,
one of them
so this is what it
killed
looked
one?
like. This is what it looked like.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. He did 2 hits. This one died.
Right, and then wouldn't another hit go over to the other guy?
No.
Oh, darn it.
No, Mikey, Chunk only got 2 hits.
Okay.
Okay, so there we go. All right, so I go. I get a token. The foes go. The rat's going to attack Mikey.
Okay.
So here I go. 2 hits. That was lucky. And then I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
I'm not getting the in his 9. So I'm going to spend this card to draw 3 cards.
Okay.
2, 3. I could place a wandering monster in there. But again, we don't want the game to take too long. I want you to get past it. So place a wandering monster. Let's get rid of these. Okay, so I'm down to 5. That's 6. All right.
All right, these guys get their stuff back.
Maybe
He
you
gets
get
2 for that, and then this guy gets 2 more. So Chunk's going to spend, he's going to do his
Okay,
strength.
excuse me.
Chunk's going to do his strength, so he's going to upgrade his blue to green, so he can kill those silly rats.
Okay.
And he did it.
Okay, so that's it. So now he can do a search action.
Okay. And
So remember what we're doing here is that you can't be no foes for you to take
Right.
a search action. If you get 2 successes, you get your wish. But do you have a card that you can play?
yes, Steph can add a green to his search.
Yeah, but
So
don't you have a wish card?
Chunk
Oh,
already
Mikey
has.
does. Mike has my wish.
Right.
Okay, do you remember what I'm
Yeah,
talking
let's
about?
use Mike.
Okay, but you got to do Chunk first.
Okay, look, he's going to search.
Okay. I'm trying to help you remember that Chunk.
Well, and Steph could help too with the green.
Yeah,
so
you said you were going to do that.
I got 2.
All right, so you did get your wish. So what happens is, and then Mikey is going to spend his wish.
Yes, he's
my
going to
wish.
discard and spend his.
Okay, so you both got your wish token,
Yep.
and you won the scenario.
Yay!
All right, so you did a lot better this time. Last time I was able to knock off more sand, but that's because I was getting more end as nigh.
Right.
So if we look right here, where were they at? Yours 1. They were at the bottom.
Oh, good for me.
Yeah, and I was trying to go through it. So now I read the end of the scenario.
Okay.
So let's take a look here.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun. If the Goonies win. Oh, wrong one. After taking back your wishes, because remember they're upset that they didn't think they found it.
Right.
You realize that the next time you see Sky, it'll be over another town. The next time you take a test, it will be some other school. The Goondocks are a part of you, and being forced to move is heart-wrenching. Your parents want the best for you up there, but down here, it's your time. And that's all over. The second you ride up that bucket, Willie's treasure is still down here. And if you give up now, it's your last adventure together. So that means we'll be going on to this adventure in our next video.
Yes.
And it says, we'll all be flat, which is the organ.
That's right.
So I know it took a little bit longer to explain it, but you can see that the game flows nicely. But there's just a lot of moving parts to get over,
Yeah.
to get it going. But it goes fast. And it goes a little slower for us because we're switching cameras and explaining things. But in the next scenario, if you're still watching this, we won't have to do the how to play.
Nope. We're just going to jump right into it.
All right. So thanks for watching. I'm
Thank
David.
you so much. We'll see you next time. I'm Julie.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.